about putting tampons and pads in the men's restroom here on campus for men who have periods?
Yeah, absolutely. That's essential.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's more than people think.
What, men having periods?
Yeah.
By God. Did you tell them to seek medical help if men are having periods?
Well, trans men have periods.
Oh, okay. Okay, explain that one to me.
Yeah, so people who have transitioned from female to male, obviously, they might still have periods, and, if they identify as male, they have the right to go into the men's room. But if they're still having periods, they have the right to have, the products they need.
Okay, let's be real. If you can handle the fat jokes, lose the weight, okay?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
As much as Gorlock the Destroyer talks a lot of nonsense, what he said in this video was absolutely true. A lot of people in the West want to complain about being fat and they have some sort of disease or whatever it is, but all you need to do is get on a treadmill and reduce your calorie intake. But because we live in a world where people love to complain and they get praised for complaining, they complain more.
This is kind of scary because I only realized this a couple of days ago and I've only come out to a few people. I'm a guy. I use he, they pronouns and I'm gonna go by Theo. Yeah. I told my mom today and I have to go home every day and be called my dead name and have she, her pronouns used every time I go home. And no one realizes how hurtful it is. It's like a slap in the face. And I dyed my hair last night so I could feel more masculine, and I was afraid I was gonna get thrown out of the house. We love you, Theo. We love you.
Women do have a bias towards other women just because I think it feels more safe. There's just a little bit of a community and maybe...
It feels more safe?
It feels more safe.
Isn't that a bit of a sexist statement to make?
No.
What are you trying to... Are men unsafe? Is that...
Yeah. I feel unsafe around men. I don't think that is...
You can feel that way, but isn't it a bit of a sexist statement to...
No, because men... No, not at all.
So
men pose the biggest danger to me.
Men are the biggest danger to you?
In a day-to-day sense.
I have a question for you on that. If we were to replace men with a racial group, would it be racist to say what you just said? Would it be racist? Just replace men with a racial group. Would that be a racist thing to say? I'm scared of X racial group.
Because statistically they're more violent and aggravated.
Yeah, I think you're twisting my words.
I'm not
right
twisting.
now.
No, I'm not.
He kind of has a point if you want to switch around gender with a racial group. But of course, because these people are so woke, they won't concede to the nonsense that they believe in. If you were to switch what she said around with a racial group, we all know she will say that that is not true because they're programmed.
Now, I identify as trans and genderqueer, and to me that means I like to play with gender, I like to problematize gender. I like to confront gender norms in how I present and how I move through the world. I feel female and male. I feel both and neither one. And so many of the labels that we use in this area feel equally authentic and inauthentic. And I simply can't tell when one gender ends and another begins.
Gender to these people is just a whole bunch of different personalities. Gender and sex are the same thing, and if you want to believe that they're two separate things, you can continue living in your delusion while we all live in reality. Before we get back into the video, I need everyone to turn on their post notifications so that you get notified whenever one of my videos come out. Like the video as much as possible, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and follow me on Twitter at YinkaThatGuy. Let us get back into the video.
The first day I had 25 students. By day 2, I had 19. Because 6 parents switched out of the class because they saw me and they were like, there's no freaking way, before I even got a word in. Do I think that it is okay for a parent to see me and go, not around my kid? No, I don't think that's okay. I feel like that's really crossing the line.
It's still the right of the parent to make that decision as to whether or not they want their child to learn from you.
Okay.
Like, it's still that parent's right. Like, you can disagree with their motivations, their motives, their ideas, but it is still their child.
And I don't blame them for taking their kids out of your classroom, because all of you teachers seem to want to push an agenda on all of these kids. Just teach them what they need in life and stop trying to push all your ABCD nonsense on them.
How many genders are there?
I don't know. I just got here.
Feel about the concept of toxic masculinity?
There is no toxic masculinity. The problem is that there is a lack of masculinity. Fathers aren't around anymore, and most of the elementary schools have only female faculty. Therefore, boys are not developing by being reckless at a young age, which causes them to wreak havoc at an older age and develop psychological problems, allowing the karmic cycle to continue.
Again, in early learning, the gay BCs. B is for bi, C is for coming out, D is for drag, E is for equality, of course G is for gay, I is for intersex, K is for kiki, when friends come together to catch up on news, gossip, and weather. That's weird. That's what my niece and nephew call me. L is for lesbian, N is for non-binary, P is for pan, Q is for queer, T is for trans, Z is for zest. Be bold and live free. Magic awaits you, whoever you'll be. We're gonna put these ones up here behind. Oh, yeah. I am a garbage truck.
What I really want to know is which demographics of parents are allowing children to read these nonsensical books. The fact that these books are being propagated in society tells you all you need to know about the decline of the West.
What are your thoughts of the idea of there being black Trump supporters?
I don't know why.
Do you see Donald Trump as being maybe more racist? Or?
Yeah, he's racist. Yeah, it's obvious.
That'd be like a major reason why you wouldn't know why there would be black Trump supporters?
I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why there would be.
I do have my buddy, Amir. Cruise on over here. Amir actually is going to be voting for Trump in November. Yeah. Amir, we were kind of saying, maybe Donald Trump's racist, and that would kind of cause some confusion as to why there would even be black Trump supporters.
Yeah.
Would you mind maybe unpacking that a little bit for Amir, who is supporting Donald Trump?
Yeah. I don't know what to say.
It's funny how America can come hundreds of years away from all of this nonsense of white people telling black people what to do. And here we are again with the so-called non-racist group telling black people what to do. Make it make sense.
Why are we the only people who proudly reuse, recycle, and proliferate the use of the most dehumanizing term ever used to refer to us as a people?
Wait, let me answer.
Hold on. I don't see European Jews fighting to use the K word. I don't see Asians fighting to use the G word. I don't see Latinos fighting to use the S word. And it's more than one per group, but these are just some of them, okay? My point is, don't get caught up in the word, Yachty, stay with me. My point is, show me another group of people who will fight for the right to continue to use a word that the government itself codified as a psychological weapon of mass destruction against your people. Nobody else is fighting for the right to use a racially pejorative term except black folk.
What he said in this video was absolutely correct. It's funny that they're the same people to complain about that word, but they're the ones who use it the whole time. Make it make sense.
Do you accept the fact that you have no skill and maybe lack a lot of intelligence, which is why you had to go down that path?
That is not why I had to go down that path. I have a degree.
A degree in what?
Philosophy.
That's a good point. You could have become a very well-respected lawyer, had a good career. What do you think your kids are going to think when they said, oh, my mom had two options? They could have been a philosopher and a lawyer who made a lot of money, but they decided to be an online for 2 years, and then when they got ugly, now nobody wants to hire them anymore because they ruined their name and their reputation.